Good morning. Uh, is afternoon for me. I just had a lunch, and I guess that's why I was chosen to open today's session. My name is Pedro. I work in one of the main Portuguese cities, Braga, and my role is essentially in the scope of sustainability and the intelligent mobility, making obviously link with smart cities, which is something Braga has been achieving and in which it is positioned as one of the most important at the national level. In order to perspective a different approach, I will try to highlight in this presentation the importance that the development of a SAMP. A SAMP is a sustainable urban mobility plan, as in the definition of smart cities. We know that one of the main requirements for a smart city to be materialized is to define a realistic plan, right? So we started there. How? By looking across Europe for help from major cities and their most enthusiastic experts. We made use of European networks for sharing best practices and found incredible partners in all of them. These European networks also have as a principle of action the definition of local networks with the most important stakeholders from private companies, universities, public administration, NGOs, traders, schools, research centers, and so on. This is what we have done for the last 4 years, and we have regularly discussed the options we made with the stakeholders and partners. Among the networks we have participated in, some of them of direct learning or exchange of experience in real context. I would like to highlight City MobileNet, the network that has allowed us to develop our SAMP in partnership with cities as diverse as Bielefeld in Germany or Mornalu in Guadeloupe. It was a fabulous professional experience. Well, regarding City MobileNet, what do I want to talk to you about? Briefly, what it was, what we wanted, what we achieved, and what benefits we have obtained from these meetings between cities. What was City MobileNet? It was a network of co-productive development of sustainable urban mobility plans. Cities that suffer from congestion, emission loads, social exclusion, and lastly, decrease of the quality of life have gathered in this action planning network. The road we have taken to tackle this challenge was the local adoption of sustainable urban mobility plans, a concept for mobility planning that revolutionizes traditional planning structures by placing people needs, integrated thinking, and sustainability at the center of future developments. By sharing and addressing challenge of their mobility reality, the cities created a common vision towards identifying suitable measures and actions for the coming years, improving the competencies of all involved stakeholders. The cities that were in this network were Bielefeld, as I mentioned before, from Germany, Burgos from Spain, us, Braga from Portugal, Mornalu from Guadeloupe, Marseille from France, Palermo from Italy, the southeast region of Malta, Agianagiri Kamatero from Greece. It is a small city, not that small because it's near Athens. Zadar from Croatia, and Slatina from Romania, and Gdansk from Poland. What did we aim for? We aim to understand the problems of transport development, to drive an integrated planning approach to solve the challenge of today, to learn from each other, that's important, a very important subject, exchange experience and knowledge, and gain new capacities for every city, and make use of that new knowledge and those new capacities for the planning process at home. We aim, of course, to develop the sustainable transport development in the coming 10-15 years, and we made that plan using as a recipe the sustainable urban mobility plans. Just in a very quick way to show you all the steps that a city wishing to implement a SAMP must comply with. It is important not to skip steps and to have each step well consolidated. I'm talking about the part of the preparing well, the rational and transparent goal setting, elaboration, the plan, and finally the implementation. After that, we are going to do everything all over again to have as final goal not perfection, but the improvement, the constant improvement of the plan. Our expectation in that network, it was to tailor the SAM process to our respective local situation, to understand mobility development and its status quo, where we were, what we want to do, get to learn solutions from other partners, because we have partners with different levels of development, to receive ideas for an efficient and effective participation. Support, we had support from the experts in dealing with tough stakeholders, and we had those really tough stakeholders. Every city has those really tough stakeholders, people for whom everything is wrong, and we have to convince them that what we are going to achieve with this plan is good for the city, and is good for them, and is good for everyone. And to learn methods to apply at the planning process. And after those 3 years, what did we achieve? We gathered to have 11 integrated action plans, with 6 of them were complete sustainable urban mobility plans, and 5 of them were action plans with state of the process and the pathway to some completion. We had 9 cities and 2 regions with improved knowledge and capacities in areas as integrated planning process, citizens and stakeholder participation, and sustainable mobility development. One of the important aspects of those networks were the network meetings, and what we get from that. We get the knowledge exchange, face-to-face. Partners learn from each other and discuss and solve their challenges. The input were new approaches and methods for a sustainable mobility development and its planning process. We were able to see experiment tests of, so far, for us at least, or for each city in particular, unknown variations and options. We learn about gamification in this process, the entertaining and engaging formats contrasting the business as usual style. And with these 3 years of participation, we had a continuity that brought us the trust, and with the trust, we had better cooperation. After this very important step, Braga has established its plan, its vision, and its strategy for mobility. A city that promotes sustainable, inclusive, and intelligent mobility. The application of as we can see here, the application of the implication of the inverted pyramid is one of our principles. Walking in the top of the pyramid, and the private car, the plane at the bottom is our main objective, our main vision, our main strategy. To this end, we have defined a strategy that involves interventions in the public space, the implementation of sensorization, real-time information, ticketing integration, physical integration of the different modes of transport, specific channels and routes for buses and for bicycle, modal transfer systems, and so on. In the interventions in the neighborhoods and public space, we defined 4 areas that we call 30 zones, in which the speed is right now adequate for people to live in the street. We choose 4 neighborhoods with different problems and took an integrated approach, and these are the 4 neighborhoods: Montélios, Quinta da Fonte, Torre, Europa e Macro. As I mentioned before, the integrated approach aims to create living areas, areas for people to enjoy, areas that lead to a reduction in the need for car use, with the prevalence of public transport and soft modes. And what were our general objectives in each one of those neighborhoods? Humanization of public space, the promotion of sustainable modes of transport, improving accessibility for people with reduced mobility, the street as a factor of socialization, that's very important, besides its natural function of circulation. On-street parking management, road traffic, and safety. These 3 areas are very important in the intervention. Increasing social equity in access to goods and services. Obviously, and the result of that, we think and we want the reduction of greenhouse gas levels, the decrease of noise pollution, to contribute to a more sustainable model split in the whole city, because these 4 new neighborhoods, we want to extend them to the whole city. The progressive recognition of the advantage of humanized space, to focus on the use of active modes, and our main objective is the main objective of each city, I think, is increasing the quality of the urban environment and consequently improve the quality of life for each citizen. We had with this approach and with this vision to our city, we were inspired obviously by other cities and other experience. We want new functions on the public space. We want people participate in the redesign and that they can make the appropriation of the public space. We want people to meet and to interact in the public space. We want people to move with no barriers in the public space and in a comfortable way. We want children that can play in the public space. And we think about all of this, and somehow we talk about tactical urbanism because we saw a lot of good examples around the world, and we are implementing them also in Braga. These are other very good examples of tactical urbanism that we want to follow. So, what about intervention in the neighborhoods? In each one of the neighborhoods, what have we done? We made green alleys, we made pinch point for reducing the speed. We raised crosswalks. We raised intersections. We make shared streets in each one of those neighborhoods. And what was the result of this? Right now, this is what neighborhoods look like today. They are areas where people really can use soft modes, where really they can walk with no fear, with cars that are experimenting and using adequate speeds in each one of those roads. But smart cities also need smart data, right? So to that end, we have several projects underway. One of those involves integrating ticketing throughout the region around Braga, in an area with over 600,000 inhabitants. With the integrated system for Quadrilatero, we aim the improvement of transport system through contracts with mobility authorities. We aim the establishment of an entity responsible for management of integrated ticketing system, setting a tariff scheme for adoption in all the region, and to have electronic platforms. Another, in which is right now up and running, consists of a real-time traffic information system. Another important project that is connected with the previous one, because smart cities is all about integration, is the BUILD, Braga Urban Innovation Laboratory Demonstrator Project. This project allows the fulfillment of another basic assumption of any smart city. Smart cities require extensive experimentation. So this project allows to frame some pilot solutions that are then, where successful, implemented, extended to the whole city. For example, results from our previous traffic sensors, which after capable results in a limited area, were extended to the whole city. The real-time information panels, same thing. We also implemented a smart lighting solution, previously a pilot project managed by motion sensors, lighting sensors, and environmental sensors powered by solar and wind energy, and with possibility to charge micro-mobility vehicles to have Wi-Fi or video analytics. I just show you. This is a smart crosswalk that zebra crossing lights up more in the presence of pedestrians, alerting the driver that that system is solar power, wind power with motion sensor, LED lighting as an internet connection and ground illumination. And with this experience, we'll extend it to 80 other pedestrian crossings in the city. We have 80 points where we can have the implementation of this system. Crosswalks in habitational blocks and near schools. We define them with as a network to converge to the city center. We made standard crosswalks level with sidewalk. We changed them with normative measures to curb ramps, with tactile pavement and smart and safety crosswalks with this sidewalk system. Build is also supported by our EOC platform. Our EOC platform is called Build, as you can see. And what does that EOC platform has? It's connected to a citizens app. And what does this platform allow us? Allow us to get our communication site where we post news and relevant events, where for example we can show information from our environmental sensors, where we can show alerts in case of emergency. It's also connected with our app mobile, because with our app mobile is also a tool for information that we need with the user's authentication, where we can manage the user profile and we can visualize the availability of points, in this case of the users with the app. And we have also connected a server that serves as a link between our web mobile platform and the management platform, where we can store data from our website, from our app, and we can process data from our traffic sensors, because in addition we have the traffic management platform as one of our verticals in this integration platform. One of the projects that is not only about technology, but I think is very important, is our schooler mobility, our school bus. Our school bus is a project for promotion of sustainable mobility at schools. Through the provision of buses in 4 interfaces located in the 4 main entrances of the city, the initiative aims to withdraw more than 400 cars from the city center and at the gates of the schools. We implemented this project 2 years ago, and the first year we had about 200 children using the school bus every day. So regarding the decarbonization, we were able to save 73 tons of CO2 by school per year, because each one of the kids that used the car saved more than 14 kilometers per day to their parents. I'm gonna show you a short video. It's in Portuguese, but I will try to translate a little bit. and I think is very useful to see what the project was about. With school bus, we contribute to the quality of life of Braga. Before, we drove to school, got into a lot of traffic jam, and then at the school gate there was also congestion. Since I take school bus, my mother no longer drives through the city center and doesn't get so stressed by car congestion. New friends with school bus. More students on school bus, less cars in school gate. With school bus, I feel more grown up. We are decarbonizing the city center. I can explain what is sustainable mobility. Join school bus to protect the environment. Another advantage is the journey time. Now with school bus it takes just a minute. I use the school bus. When I will grow up, I'll use the public transportation. This service is totally free. It only needs a previous subscription. Since I come on school bus, my mother can arrive earlier to her job, so she can leave earlier too. Braga, walking towards sustainable mobility, school bus. I hope you enjoyed it. And this is our LIO, our laboratory innovation, urban innovation laboratory in Portuguese, sorry. Is installed in a municipal build called Castelo. It is a space ideal for the development of new and bright ideas from our researchers, since it combines several areas in a single space: urban innovation, cultural innovation, and social innovation. It is a great space for brainstorming between all those areas, and is the physical point where everyone is working right now. Very quickly, I will also present what we consider to be one of the most intelligent interfaces in the country, the MOB. It is a 100% accessible bus stop with information systems for disabled people, for deaf people, blind people, reduced mobility people, with connection to our city information systems, real-time timetables, interconnection with other modes of transport, green roofs, environmental sensors, bike racks, bike sharing system, the interior air heating or cooling. All of this combined with innovative design and integration with the public space. We know that also that smart city vision should energize the private sector, right? So we did that with one of the city's latest participations in the world's largest startup event, Getting Ring. What is Getting Ring? As I told before, it is the world's largest startup competition with more than 200 cities involved and hundreds of startups involved. There were this year 4 Portuguese cities participating for the first time. It has support of the European Commission, and the Braga challenge was to present to the startups. They could present us a system to help to solve the incompatibility of uses between road and soft modes, namely in the city's major roads, crossing roads in the city. We had 18 proposals were presented from 18 startups all over the world, and we pre-select 10 finalists. These were our 10 finalists. Great startups with great visions, and we choose Pavnext. That's a company that's a great solution for reducing speeds near crosswalks automatically for the vehicle. Our objectives in participating in the Getting Ring were find solutions, of course, for our concrete problem, to stimulate young entrepreneurship, local and globally, the affirmation of Braga as a living lab where we want to be a place for demonstration and development of disruptive technologies, to confirm Braga as a city of knowledge in the connection with the academy, because we have a very good, very big university in Braga, to place Braga in the European context of smart cities, improving the implementation of European projects, international consortiums, and to reinforce partnerships with European Commission entities linked to mobility and innovation. And I shall now leave, but not before inviting the whole audience to come and to visit Braga. That was voted the best European destination of 2021. I will be happy to present you our work and the city. Thank you to all of you.
Thank you very much, Pedro.
Thank you.
Thanks. And yeah, I really appreciate your time and you joining us with this Congress. And yeah, you mentioned a few things that are very, very interesting. Also, for us, I mean, there is a big difference. Of course, we are, a small island, but there is. I mean, you talked about technical urbanism. I mean, that's something that we could make like a full other session of hours talking about that. That's something that I believe should be talked a bit more. And yeah, the smart crosswalk is actually a project that we also presented a few years ago, and it's something that I believe very good for cities. But there's the school bus. I mean, that's incredible. That's something that we need to realize. That's a big impact on our life and on our traffic, and yeah, it really helps a lot. Our school buses are a bit more colorful compared to the ones that you showed, but definitely it's very good to see. Also what you guys are doing in your city. So thank you very much. Thanks for your time. And
thank you.
As always, we will definitely talk to each other again soon.
Yeah, and we'll keep in touch. Thank you for the invitation, and I hope that all these sessions to work in a very good day of knowledge changing, interacting with other cities, with interacting with other solutions, and I think that's the way for the cities and for regions to develop. Because as I said before, In City Mobinet, for instance, there were a huge variation of situation and cities with different levels of involvement, also with the mobility and sustainable mobility process. So thank you, and I wish you all very good luck.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Have a good day.
Bye. Thank you.